Good morning, students. In this session, we are going to discuss about a new topic called entropy. This is a topic from the thermodynamics chapter. In order to know what do you mean by entropy, first let us look into the concept disorderness or randomness. What do you mean by this? In our daily life, we usually wake up at late mornings like 8 a.m., 10 a.m., etc. We won't like to wake up at early mornings like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. and doing workouts and studying. We like to wake up at 8 a.m., 10 a.m. lately, and we are following an haphazard manner of life or disordered way of life. We are not following ordered way of keeping some principles like studying at 4 a.m., waking up at 4 a.m., studying from 4 a.m. We are not following that ordered way of life. We are following disordered way of life. So, considering that example, what do you mean by entropy? Entropy is nothing but measuring the disorderness or randomness of the system. You know that system is a part which is under study. ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸಾರ್ಡರ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ನೆಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ನಾವು ಎಂಟ್ರೋಪಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಎಂಟ್ರೋಪಿ is nothing but the measure of disorderness or randomness of the system. It is again a state function. What do you mean by state function? Which depends, the value which depends only upon the initial and final state of the system. It is not going to depend upon the path followed by the system. ಯಾವ ಪಾತಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟು ಫೈನಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೋಪಿ, ವಿ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೋಪಿ ಬೈ ಎಸ್. ಸೊ the change in entropy is denoted as delta S, which is equal to final state of entropy minus initial state of entropy. This is a state function, so I am representing an entropy as this. And again, it is an extensive property. What do you mean by extensive property? Which depends upon the ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದಿ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. As we know, internal energy enthalpy cannot be measured, but change in internal energy, change in enthalpy can be measured. So the change in entropy can be measured, but exactly the entropy cannot be measured. Always the change in entropy can be measured. So the change in entropy is equal to the change in heat energy by temperature. The change in entropy is denoted by delta S, which will be equal to change in heat by temperature. So this is about the brief introduction to entropy. As I said, entropy is a measure of disorderness of the system. So when you consider the states of matter, as there are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. In solids, the composite particles are packed in this manner, that is, they are closely packed. In solids, the particles are closely packed. In liquids, compared to solid, the particles are loosely packed, whereas in gases, the particles are very loosely held. So when you consider the solid, liquid and gases, you can observe here, in solid the particles can't move. ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ನೇ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಾರ್ಡರ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ, ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? ಇರಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ದಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅವೇ. ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಈ ಕಡೆಗೂ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಕಡೆಗೂ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಡಿಸಾರ್ಡರ್ನೆಸ್. ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಾರ್ಡರ್ನೆಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್, ಇನ್ ಗೇಷಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ದಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಫಾರ್ ಅವೇ. ತುಂಬಾ ದೂರ ಇದೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಾರ್ಡರ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ನೆಸ್ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್, ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೇಷಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್, ದಿ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೋಪಿ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ particle composition, then that is how closely ದಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಡ್. ಪ್ಯಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಎಂಟ್ರೋಪಿ ಯಾವುದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಫಾರ್ ಅವೇ, ದ ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ನೆಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸಾರ್ಡರ್ನೆಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ more. Therefore, gaseous have more entropy than liquids than solids. And mainly, it's very important for all natural means it should be an irreversible process. For all natural, irreversible and spontaneous process, the entropy is always greater than zero. That means the entropy will always be increasing. Entropy ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. The universe, in the universe, for the universe, the entropy is always increasing. In the universe, the entropy will always be increasing. You should keep in mind this. So, for all natural, irreversible and spontaneous process, delta S will always be greater than zero. That is, entropy will always be increasing. This is about the entropy topic. Now, let us move on to the another important topic in thermodynamics, that is Gibbs free energy. Before understanding what do you mean by Gibbs free energy, let us consider what is internal energy. As we know, internal energy means sum of all the energies in the systems. Andre kinetic, sum of all types of kinetic energies and potential energies in the system. ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎನರ್ಜಿನೂ ಸೇರಿಸಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಗಿಬ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಎಷ್ಟು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಗಿಬ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಗ 80 ಕಿಲೋ ಕ್ಯಾಲೋರಿಯಷ್ಟು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇದೆ, ಆದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 40 ಕಿಲೋ ಕ್ಯಾಲೋರಿಯಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ 40 ಕಿಲೋ ಕ್ಯಾಲೋರಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಗಿಬ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. 80 ಕಿಲೋ ಕ್ಯಾಲೋರಿನ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಗಿಬ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಟು ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್. Again, this Gibbs free energy is represented by G, capital G. This Gibbs free energy is a state function. That means it depends only on the initial and final state. So this would be the equation according to the state function. Finally, it is also an extensive property. What do you mean by extensive property? That is, it depends only upon the size of the matter and amount of matter. So it is an extensive property. As we have said, the internal energy, enthalpy, entropy cannot be measured, but change in internal energy, change in enthalpy, change in entropy can be measured. Similarly, the change in Gibbs energy can be measured. The change in Gibbs energy can be measured. So the change in Gibbs energy is given by delta G is equal to delta H minus T into delta S. What do you mean by delta H? Change in enthalpy. Minus T means the temperature. Delta S means the change in entropy. So delta G is equal to delta H minus T into delta S. For natural, irreversible and spontaneous process, the delta G would be less than 0. That is, it would be negative for natural, irreversible process, whereas entropy will always be greater than 0, but the Gibbs free energy will be less than 0. This is about the Gibbs free energy. Finally, let us look into the relationship between Gibbs free energy and equilibrium constant. You have already come across the term equilibrium constant in ionic equilibrium chapter. So the relationship between Gibbs free energy and equilibrium constant would be delta G is equal to delta G naught plus RT ln K. As we know, delta G means change in Gibbs free energy. Delta G naught means the change in Gibbs free energy at standard conditions of temperature and pressure. At standard conditions of temperature and pressure. Plus R means the universal gas constant, T is absolute temperature, K is equilibrium constant. At equilibrium, the change in Gibbs free energy would be equal to 0. Therefore, delta G naught is equal to minus RT ln K. Therefore, delta G naught is equal to minus 2.303 log 10 K, log to the base 10 K. This is about the relationship between Gibbs free energy and equilibrium constant. What do you mean by Gibbs free energy? The amount of energy is converted to the useful work at some conditions of temperature and pressure. That is, at constant temperature and pressure, the amount of energy has been converted to useful work at constant temperature and pressure. So, this is about the Gibbs free energy. It is extensive property. It is a state function. The change in Gibbs free energy, and for the spontaneous process, the delta G would be less than 0. Finally, the relationship between Gibbs free energy and equilibrium constant.